Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everybody. You know it's cozy season and Christmas time when the red lip and the tea is out. This week I am delighted to team up with L'Occitane, and I'm going to be taking some of their gift packaging and upcycling it and trying to transform it into something new. Towards the end of December you may have lots of gift boxes that you have been gifted, so once you take all your gifts outside you might be wondering, what am I going to do with this box? So I've got 4 projects in this video that I hope will give you a little bit of inspiration on how you can reuse them and turn them into something new. So maybe save this video for January when you've gone through your gift boxes and you're sitting there going, what'll I do with this? Oh yes, I have a video saved that will give me some ideas. I will have timestamps below so you can skip ahead to whichever DIY project tickles your fancy. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and leave me a cheeky thumbs up. Let's transform this L'Occitane advent calendar box into a mini cabinet that can be used for jewellery, for your bits and bobs, or even for some makeup. If you are lucky enough to get one of these for the month of December to open, I'm about to spoil it because I'm going to take everything out, but it comes jam-packed with all of your favourite minis, and I love getting an advent calendar like this because I love to use the minis for when I'm travelling, or it's a great way to try out a new product without committing to buying like the full size. So lots of little treats inside. The frame of this advent calendar makes for a great base because the card is nice and thick. So unlike some other gift boxes or advent calendars where the cardboard can be quite thin, if you go to paint this cardboard it might like warp or it might go soggy, but the packaging used on this is really good quality, so perfect for upcycling if you do want to have a shot at upcycling yours. So we are going to use this as a base and we're going to apply some paint. I'm going to be using some chalk paint that I had already in my stash, but you can use acrylic paint, poster paints, whatever you kind of can get your hands on. You could also probably use some wall paint if you have it left over, but just make sure to seal it with some clear sealer or some wax after painting. Now let's add some detail. You could do the decoupage technique, so if you have some napkins and some glue you could do decoupage on this. I had some transfers left over from during the year, so if any of you guys saw my IKEA cabinet makeover that's in the greenhouse, fell in love with using furniture transfers, and I had some left and I wanted to reuse what I already had in my stash, so I'm just using some of these on the unit. Just make sure to do this the next day because if you use furniture transfers on paint that isn't dry after 24 hours they may not stick and they can peel the paint. So just wait 24 hours if you are going to use them, or if you want to do decoupage you can decoupage straight away. And now for some details, which I think just ties it all together. I thought it would be cute to give it feet because it was giving me like piece of furniture cabinet vibes. So I'm using some knobs that I again had in my stash and I'm just sticking them to the base with my glue gun, and then I'm sticking on some jewellery box handles. I got these off Amazon. I got a bunch of them for a project and they actually turned out perfect for this one. So where the little fabric tags were originally, I just popped on some jewellery box handles and I'm just using my glue gun to stick them on. let's take this circular L'Occitane gift box and we are going to be using some wood and fabric to create the cutest little basket. I picked up a long strip of wood. It's a half dowel wood moulding and I picked it up from my local DIY shop, and I'm just measuring it out and marking it where I want to cut it. So I measured the side of the box and it was 3.5 inches. So I'm cutting loads of pieces of half dowel that is 3.5 inches, and then we are going to stick these onto the side of the box. So let's make the fabric insert, and you're gonna have 2 pieces of fabric for this. You're gonna have a circular piece that is the same size as the bottom of the box, and then you're gonna have a long strip which is the side piece. Begin by hemming one of the raw edges on one side of the long strip of fabric. Next, you're gonna fold this over with the pattern side of the fabric facing each other and do a straight stitch. Now for the more tricky part, you are now going to stick the 2 pieces of fabric together, and all you have to remember is pattern sides of the fabric facing each other, and you can't go wrong. So take your time and use loads of pins, but you're going to sandwich the 2 pieces together and you're going to do a stitch right around the circle, and as you'll see, it will start to come together. Once you have this all sewn together, simply pop it inside of your basket and then just gently pull the fabric over the edge and use it for whatever you want. So if you want to use it for like toiletries or for storing some makeup, hairbrushes, etc., there's lots of uses for a cute little basket. So let's take a normal shopping bag. This is the Christmas edition shopping bag from L'Occitane, and we're going to use this paper and we're going to turn it into a gift bag by simply just turning it inside out. I started by just removing the bottom and the top, and I wanted to just get the smoothest piece of paper that I could. I started by finding the center, and then I folded the 2 sides in on each other, but one of them is folded over a bit more, and then I'm going to glue those 2 pieces to each other. You're going to fold the bottom upwards, and then you're going to open out the sides, fold them up. Make sure you use lots of glue. You can use like a Pritt stick for this. A lightweight glue is perfect for something like this. Once the bottom is all secure and the glue has dried, you can pop it out, pop the end out, put your toiletries or your small gifts inside, fold it over, and I just use a hole punch to pop in a hole and then tie a piece of twine. Now, I actually didn't have any fancy ribbon in my kit, but you could use some ribbon, or you could pop on a paper gift tag, or you could use some stampers on the packaging to put your own personal stamp on the paper. This is a project I actually did last year with L'Occitane, and I think I only shared it on my Instagram, so I'm going to pop it into this YouTube video because you might get some ideas. So I took the square box and I did a flower box. So I hot glue gunned some twine onto the side and I put it all the way around. You've probably seen loads of people do this. And then I lined the inside with an old plastic bag and I popped in some damp Oasis. And then I got some fresh flowers, but you could do like a faux flower version if you wanted to make it last longer. So I got some beautiful fresh flowers and I made a little flower display. So looking back at my floristry skills, I think I've come a long way. It's nice to look back at old DIYs, but I hope you take this idea, make it your own and see what you can do with it. And again, you can do faux flowers for this if you want to make it last longer. You can actually get Oasis that is designed for faux flowers. I also just wanted to quickly share that this year L'Occitane have these fabric drawstring bags which are made from the cutest fabric. And also, whilst the fabric is kind of festive in colours, I feel like the print you could get away with using this throughout the year. And they are perfect for people who don't like wrapping their presents. You can just pop them in a drawstring bag and you can reuse the bag. Plenty of tea was needed whilst doing all of them DIY projects. But I hope it's planted a seed and given you a little idea on what you can do with yours. I generally kept the structure of all of those things and I just added to them, but you could totally chop and change. You know, as I say, take the idea and make it your own. I'm going to put a link to L'Occitane's social handles and all of their details about sustainability and what they're going to be doing in the month of December. Do keep an eye on their social pages because there may be some rewards for those who take on a little project like mine. I wanted to make projects that I would actually use. Like sometimes you see kind of things being upcycled and changed and it's like, yeah, that's really cute, but would I actually use it? Whereas the little basket and the little jewelry stand, like I'll definitely use, even if I pass that on to my niece and she can play with it. It's so cute and I think it's great for storage, but it's something that I would actually use. So when you are recycling things, do try and do it with the end use in mind. So am I gonna actually use this? Yes, then go for it. So the L'Occitane packaging is recyclable, so even if you do start a project and you make a mistake, you don't have to feel bad because you can just pop it in the recycle bin if you make a mistake, because that happened to me. Paper bags did not go well on my first try. If you have already done some crafty makes from some old packaging, I'd love to know. So let me know in the comment section below, or you can tag me over on Instagram as well in your recycle project. Cheeky thumbs up, please share this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.